All right, here we are at the offices of Q.S.P. Enterprises, and we're going to try some soil mixtures here for our olive propagation. We have cactus, palm, and citrus, so I feel it could be very similar to this climate that olives grow in. So we're going to try that. We're going to mix that with moisture control potting soil, because I'm told on YouTube that olives don't like to have their feet wet. So that means we don't want water laying in the bottom of their pots, which we have some here. And this is terracotta, which breathes, which is also to the advantage. And it's got a little hole in the bottom for the water to go through. So we're going to transplant some of our shoots into these. We have pebbles. I guess that's what they're called. And this is for the top, the very top. Once we're done putting in the pots, we have some river sand, which also helps with our drainage. And this is very similar to the actual natural soil down at Clermont Farms Olive Industries down in Florida. Very similar to this, but we're going to mix it with soil. And we're also going to mix some of this in. This is for seed starting, but we have the shoots that are propagating, and this is for fast root development, and we'll see if they're telling the truth or not. All right, so we're propagating our olive shoots here under some artificial lighting that's timed, and we're going to try some new soil. We're going to do a soil mixture more similar to what our center propagation tray here is. Has the actual sandy soil from Clermont Olive Farms from the greater Orlando, Florida area, and we could tell that these are doing very well compared to our other friends on both sides. We have a thermometer there. These are doing great. In fact, we got some other things growing in here too, and I wonder what they're going to turn out to be. So this sandy soil, as you can tell, it's brown compared to the, these are black plugs that are supposed to start cuttings, but not doing so well. But we want to try to replicate this soil with our mixtures down here. These are pebbles, and not everybody knows that that's what these are. And you can see that in one of our other videos. This is the sand that'll mix in to try to replicate what's in there. And we have each of these that has their own function. Fast root development, protect against over and under watering, and also drainage soil there. And I'll keep reiterating that olives do not like to have their socks and shoes wet. And that means we don't want water in the bottom sticking there. That's why we have the terracotta pots. The pots breathe, plus they have the drainage hole in the bottom. So we're going to be doing some transplanting shortly, and we'll see you on that video. Okay, so we're going to mix up some soil to see if we can save some of the propagating shoots that aren't doing as well as they could be, because the control group here in the natural soil from the actual Clermont Olive Farms are doing quite well. And these other ones that we tried in the black propagating plugs, not so great. So maybe we'll try these, and we're going to transfer them to the terracotta pots. And because those pots are big enough, I think we're going to do all of these 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We'll double some of them up. Okay, we'll be back in a minute. We're going to mix our soils up and transfer them to the terracotta pots, and we're going to see if that saves them. So we're going to put a little bit of each of these in. This is the fast drain formula for cactus, palm, and citrus, and I believe that it'll work for olives too. Put some of this in. Equal parts of all of these. And we're going to put some fast root development, because we do want the roots to start propagating. The roots are going to grow out of the cambium layer of the shoot after we scrape off the inner outer bark, and right under that is sort of a greenish, it's called cambium, and it's undifferentiated cells that can grow into anything. Branches, leaves. In this case, we want it to turn into roots. So that's a little science for everybody right there. And this soil protects against over and under watering. So if you come with the watering cup and you start putting too much in, the soil starts yelling at you, said, stop, you're putting too much water. Sand, here's the most important part, to mimic the soil at Clermont Olive Farms. So we are gonna use it. Uh-oh, I have roots growing out of my fingertips. It's working too good. All right. All right. Everybody thinks this looks pretty good. I do. We have some very optimistic that we're going to need to put our bamboo sticks in to tie off the plants as they start to go, as the small trees start to grow. How about if we just do it like this? All right, let's pull this out of here. Nothing. No, these aren't doing so great. We're going to put these in here. More soil. Pack it pretty good. Some of our drainage pebbles on top. And we're going to see if we can rejuvenate these, because they're not doing good here. It'll be a miracle if we save these, but we're sure going to give it a try. Wait a minute. What is this company called? We're good. Miracle Grow. We're good. Why am I so pessimistic? See, the cambium layer is gone because it's not green anymore, and there's like a white fungus. I don't know. If you scrape the bark away, right underneath that, yeah, you can see a little bit of it there. And those are the undifferentiated cells. They're almost like stem cells in a human. It will grow into anything if you tell them to. This is beautiful. This soil actually came out really nice with the sand mixed in and the 3 different kinds of soil for the different reasons. These are not good. These were put into plugs with a hole in them. They're supposed to be for seedling growth, and I don't think it's not the right idea for propagating olive trees. Maybe transfer. This may save them. Don't know. And we're going to put these up under the artificial lighting, and we are going to give them some water right now. And with the terracotta actually, from what I have researched, the pot itself can breathe more so than a plastic or a clay pot. Clay may too, I don't know. The terracotta, and you can almost tell that it's sort of porous. It sort of feels like a chalkboard almost. Okay, folks, let's see what happens. We'll get back to you.